So welcome children into the another lecture of chapter number 8, that is a cell structure and function. In the last video we have discussed the history of a cell and the contribution of different scientists in the discovery of cell and their different kind of theories. So now we are moving to the another topic, that is shape and size of a cell. So the cell exists in different shape. They can be disc shape, polygonal, rectangular, branched or even irregular in shape. The unicellular organism like amoeba, which is having a single cell, does not have a definite shape. Some cells have a definite shape. In multicellular organism, cells have a specific function, so they have a different shape and size. So the shape of cell depend on the specific function it performs. Here are few examples that illustrate this. Nerve cells are elongated and branch as they pass message from one cell to another. Many of time when you will pinch anything in your feet, you will feel the pain. So these pain will be passes from your feet to your brain with the help of these nerve cell only. So they can carry message between the different part of the body, hence they elongate in the shape. Whereas you can see the muscle cells in the movement through contraction and expansions, hence they thin and long and have the elastic characteristic. Whereas the blood cells are round in shape and they can be transported inside in your body along with the oxygen and food. Most cells are microscopic and cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Cell size may vary from micrometer to a few centimeter. The smallest cells are bacteria, which generally range in the size from 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, whereas the largest cell is the egg of an ostrich, which is 170 millimeter in diameter and can be seen with our eyes, whereas the human nerve cells are believed to be the longest cells in human body. Now we are moving to the another heading, that is a cell structure. Though cell may have different in shape and size, already we have seen, all of them have the same basic structure referred to as generalized cell structure or generalized cell. A cell has both living and non-living part that we will discuss further. The living part of the cell that have a definite shape, structure, functions are called cell organelles. So let us discuss the main part of a generalized cells. They are cell membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm and nucleus. So the first heading in the cell we are going to discuss, that is a cell membrane. The outer thin covering of the cell is called a plasma membrane. As you are making a wall out of your houses to protect your house, same the cell is having a wall like structure that is called a cell membrane. It maintains the shape and the size of the cell and protect its contents. The cell membrane is porous and allow material to move in and out of the cell, as you are having a gate in your house which can allow you to move inside or outside of your house. Same, the cell membrane allow the different kind of a material to move inside and outside of the cell. So now the next heading will be cell wall, and cell wall can be found only in the plant cell. So plant cell have an addition protective wall called cell wall. It is thick, rigid and permeable, and it is made up of a carbohydrate called cellulose. Permeable means porous and allow the material to move and out of the cell. And there is a big difference and only difference in the plant cell and animal cell, that is a cell wall which can found only in plant cell. So in today's video we have discussed the different shape and size of a cell. Then we have discussed the structure of the cell, in which we have discussed the two part, the cell membrane which can found in the animal cell, and we will discuss the cell wall which is found in the plant cell. Thank you.